lost to Fulham 4-3 on penalties. And listen, if I'm being honest, I think Fulham probably deserved that win. Once again, I saw a Man United team that, especially in the first half, lacked ideas, lacked imagination, lacked cohesion. We wanted it. I think we wanted it, but we just didn't know what to do in the final third. That's when all of the play broke down. The play broke down when it got into the final third. Our forward play is still non-existent, and the manager keeps playing defenders as wing-backs rather than attacking players, which doesn't help. None of these things helped, and Fulham in the first half, for me, were better than us. They were better than us. And their goal that they scored, it was deserved. It was deserved. Hojlund, we got to talk about Hojlund again today. Again, another performance by this guy. Atrocious footballer. Atrocious striker. I do not understand how for 2 seasons this guy plays game after game. And you know when people say he can improve, he can get better, all of these things. I'm like, what are you basing that on? Are you basing it on the fact that you believe all players improve? Do you think Wayne Rooney, from the age of 18 to the age of 28, didn't really improve that much, technically? What Wayne Rooney did was refine his game. He understood positions a bit more. Like, he understood his players a bit more who played around him. He refined his game. He went from a 7 out of 10 to like an 8 out of 10. You can't go from a 4 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 Rasmus Hojlund right now to a 7 out of 10 striker in a year. You can't do it. You can't go from not being able to control the ball to being able to control the ball. I keep saying this. If you have played football for 20 years and you can't control the football, from the age of 0 to age of 20, and you didn't learn to control the football in the most important years, your developmental years, you will not learn how to do it from the age of 20 to the age of 30. You might be able to improve it a little bit, but your developmental years, your key years when you learn most football is between the age of 5 and 18, let's say. Just like a human beings, they say your developmental years are between the age of 5 and 18. Once you reach past 21, you can still become more smarter, you can still become more intelligent, but you chill. It's the same with sport. If you're 22 or 23 and there's bare stuff you can't do at a basic level, you probably won't be able to do it at 25 or 26. You might be able to refine it a little bit, but this whole thing, the Rasmus will come good, bro. What's it based on? It's based on the fact that Harry Kane came good eventually. Bro, Harry Kane was already good. He just wasn't good enough. Like, you can't compare Rasmus Hojlund to Harry Kane and other footballers that blossomed later in life. You can't do that because those players had good fundamentals already. Rasmus doesn't have it, and I'm tired of Rasmus. I hope the performance, and even though Cheeto wasn't that great either, but he showed more for me. He showed more today than Rasmus has shown for 2 years. And I hope that little cameo from Cheeto at age 17 is the end for Rasmus. I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to see Rasmus anymore. We improved in the second half a little bit. We came out, we improved a little bit. We scored a goal. Bruno's goal was well taken. Garnacho came on. He showed a little bit more. But still not good enough. And it's not all just the players. I think the manager needs also to take a bit of responsibility as well. He does. Because he keeps persisting with some players. He keeps persisting with Rasmus Hojlund up front. He keeps persisting playing defensive fullbacks as wingbacks rather than attackers. There's certain things the manager can do better. So once again, I have to look at the manager as well. Yes, we are restrictive in terms of who we can pick because we do have some injuries. But we don't have that many injuries. Play Zirkzee up front rather than in the 10. So, we scored a goal, we equalised, and we kept pushing. We kept pushing in the second half, but we just couldn't find the last goal. So, penalties is always 50-50. Always 50-50. And when I saw Lindelof step up, I was like, we're not serious. And someone in my chat, kind of see, and both kind of see and Oz in my chat were saying, listen, why didn't Garnacho step up and take a penalty when this guy is shooting at every opportunity during a match? You like shooting, bro. You like it. You think you're really good at it, and you think you think you're the best. Otherwise, that's the reason why you keep shooting. You think the goal has to come from you, and you're the only one that's going to score the goal. But when it's come to take a penalty, you got Lindelof taking one, and you're not. What? Listen, another competition that we're out of. We're out of the FA Cup. So we got one competition left to win a trophy. Yeah, just one, and that is the Europa League. The question I have for you, Man United fans, is if we finish 15th and this manager doesn't win a trophy, what is it? Are you the manager out? Are you got more patience? Have you got more time? What are you waiting to see? Have you seen enough from this manager to show, you know what, give him 600 million. Give him his own players. Have you seen enough? Is he working well enough with the players that he currently has? We gave Ten Hag 600 million and he spent 200 million of that money, yeah, on Rasmus Hojlund and Antony. 100, let's say 150 million pounds of that money just on two players that we won't see play for this football club, or we won't ever see bear fruit. Are we going to give this manager the same amount of money? Have we seen enough? Has he got more? Who's improved under Amram? Who's improved under Amram? Who? Who? I don't know, guys. I'm disappointed in today's performance. But it is what it is. I also expected it. So I shouldn't be angry. I'm disappointed but not surprised. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys are feeling. Because, like I said, one last competition left. Real Sociedad is not going to be an easy game. Ahmad's out for the season. And before today, yeah, before Ahmad was injured, it was Ahmad or Inshallah. And now it's slowly becoming Zirkzee and Bruno. Like, it's frustrating, guys, but it is what it is. Let me know what you think. In terms of man of the match, I'm looking at it from a Man United perspective, being a Man United fan, and I would give it to Zirkzee. I know the commentators gave it to Bruno. I could have given it to Bruno, but no one was amazing today. I don't think. No one played great today. And I feel like Zirkzee did a graveyard shift today. He was running. He did more running today and tackling than I think he's ever done. Because he's a striker. That's not his game. Zirkzee likes the ball to feet. He likes the pretty football. He doesn't like all that ugly stuff. And he did a lot of that ugly stuff. Kind of see. He was saying Zirkzee was running, tracking back and doing all that mad running stuff. And even to the point where at the time watching it, I wasn't really appreciating it. I was kind of criticizing Zirkzee for other things. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, do you know what? Zirkzee ran around. He was about today. People talk about Bruno running his socks off. Zirkzee was on his knees today. The way this guy ran. So I'm gonna give it to him today. Zirkzee, my man in the match. The manager, we can do better, man. The players, we can do better. I haven't given up on this manager. Not yet. Not yet. But we need to do better. That's my opinion. Cheeto, from what I've seen, he's okay. He does lack a first touch here or there, but he at least scores goals in the youth team. I know he can score goals. I know he can. I don't know if Rasmus can score goals. There's no evidence that Rasmus Hojlund can score goals. That's my point. He's not scored goals in the youth team. He's not scored goals for Atlanta, and he's not scored goals for Man United. We don't have any documented evidence, yeah, to show that this guy can actually score goals. At least with Cheeto, even though it's a youth team and it's not men's football, at least I can see man taking the piss and scoring 20 goals a game. At least I can see that. There's actually evidence. So, it is what it is, guys. Not the greatest game, not the greatest time to be a Man United fan, but there's so much going on. There's so much we can talk about, really, to get our teeth into. So much, but it is what it is. That's my match reaction, people. Let me know what you thought of the game. Comment below, share the video. Of course, if you can, subscribe because it will help the channel. Like the vid, as I said before, it does help the channel. It's a new channel. It's a very, very small channel, as you can all see. But I think it has potential. and I think it can get bigger if more people are exposed to it. It's a decent place to come and chill and to have a conversation while watching Man United games. It's decent place to come. So yeah, big up yourself, people. And yeah, that's my match reaction.